This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately.
It's a house!
Evil can never be dead enough.
And some of you, you make shit up.
Hey, it almost sort of works here. I almost kind of forgot how to run this thing. Thank you to K-Me and Aaron and Dobby Smith. Just coming on late here. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on, but you know, take a look at some of the 360-degree videos here. Yeah. Thanks, Cindy. Man. Let's see. Thanks, American Lady. You broke out of the number, the $2 ones. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, so let's see. Let me go to a different one to start off. So Robert Ives met me out at the courthouse. He was the prosecutor back in the day. When the first case, I think for the first year of the case. Of course, he's one of the people that the crazy lunatics on YouTube go after all the time. You always hear him mention. They're just, it's crazy. Looney Tune times, everybody. Looney Tunes. But man, what a long drive that was today. I just drove 700 and something miles. Crazy. A long drive. I don't know, Cindy. I don't know. Alright, so here we go. So here's the inside. I mean, so this is my program right here where I can, you know, it hasn't been uploaded to YouTube yet. I think YouTube makes it a little bit better, like in terms of looking around and stuff. But here's inside the courthouse. There's Robert Ives right there.
Maybe I'll let you even be like the guy that's...
Maybe.
So you can sort of hear it. I mean, you can hear it. It's the audio, the volume is pretty low on it.
Mostly this is real marble, but the columns are not.
See, I can just look around
marble.
at the
This
same
is
time.
ceramic.
So
okay.
But the steps,
there's Chris right over there. You can see her.
There's a really nice thing.
Thanks, Hardwire.
Oh, wow.
It's a really cool courthouse.
And so
How old is
You
it?
know?
just, well, here, let's do
See, look at that. You can see right up there. You can see whatever you want to look at. Yeah. He's taller than I am, like just barely.
So, like I said, it was built prior to the Depression. No way did it build something like this after the Depression. This big. Think of what it would cost to build this today.
See, there it is, zooming in a little bit.
And
This is kind of cool. Watch this.
there used to be another set of doors. They used to have a big set of solid doors, and then another set of wooden doors, and another. So there were like 3 doors.
Thanks, Treva McCoy.
Plan was to get into the
Say hello to
those
God, Dennis.
used to still be on there. They just
How's everything going there, by the way?
Pretty impressive in here, just for...
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not a very big courthouse.
Hey, there's Caligal 3. I hadn't seen you in a while. See, it's crazy. You hold it right there, and the stick disappears, right? So I'll upload these onto YouTube, so you can just do whatever you want to do with them.
Maybe I'll let you be like the guy.
Well, I guess that was the end of that one. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. These are going up some stairs.
There's a ton of marble, and I say most of it's real.
Okay.
The courthouse has a stained glass flat roof.
Yeah, we could be brothers, you know. It's kind of funny.
Are there courtrooms all the way up and down, or?
They're all on the third floor.
Yeah.
See, like I'm actually moving around right now, looking.
Get an exercise.
See?
Doing the trials.
Yeah. I always used to run these steps, but I am afraid
Chris doesn't like to be on camera too much, but she was okay.
I feel the same.
Well, here you go.
Yeah, this is like out of the movie Time to Kill. Slow Joe should recognize this.
That was my old note, but here's my dad. But
I think his dad's on here.
it's over here with my grandfather.
His dad and his grandfather were both, I think, prosecutors too. Right, so that was one, and then this is inside the very courtroom here. He brought me inside. Look how crazy this is. That's where the jury would be, right there. So if I can just pause the video. That's where the jury would be, right there, right? And then these are all just the gallery would sit. And obviously the judge is over here. And so if you look up there, there's the ceiling. And you know, it's the Carroll County Court. So it's pretty amazing. This is where obviously the prosecution would probably be here, defense over there. Yeah, so there, I mean, I told him, man, you guys are gonna have to get more seats. I mean, this is, you know, that's small. Yeah, a lot of small counties have these types of courtrooms. It's the big ones that don't have these. Yeah, so anyways, play it.
And ceiling's partly so the heat would have someplace to go.
Ah, is this where the trial?
So when I put it out on YouTube, I'll boost up the audio and everything. I'm not sure why it's low here, but
For him?
I assume so.
This is like the main one. Right?
This is we'll go look. The other one it looks nice, but it's not a real. This is the only room that was built as a courtroom.
I mean, this looks like something.
yeah, I think it would be in this courtroom.
Yeah, I know.
Time to kill or something.
I was very fortunate to work here.
Ah.
As long as I'm watching over you.
All right.
If you got behind the bench, you might get in trouble. But
Okay. I'll just go like that. I just want to. This is like a 360 kind of.
yeah, it's neat.
That's awesome. Dude. They might need to make more seats though.
I don't think so. I wouldn't. I'm sure there's no problem.
Yeah. I think there's one more here.
Oh yeah. And then they have that TV. You can't
But
see.
we have fantastic natural light in here. If those shades, I've never seen them down like that. If there's no shades there, the natural light is incredible in here.
Yeah, so if the TV
Oh,
was
cool.
there and there, it'd be hard to see what it was back of it, right?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Well, good, Trina. Cool.
Oh, when you go there, you were in it. Did you do it?
There you go.
No, cool. There you go. Yeah, it's really pretty impressive courtroom.
In Tiffany County.
All right, so you guys get to see where the psychos came up on here. So now we're at the the parking areas right over there. There was people waiting for me back there to get there. I mean, that's how nuts people are. Because I did one video a few years back on the floor of fire, and I didn't say exactly what they wanted to say. I said, you know, I thought it was odd that the mother wouldn't ever go communicate with investigators. All right, so I thought that was a little weird. So I said, yeah, well, who knows? You know, what's going on? It's an arson. You know, it was like 3 years ago, and I don't know if it's still there or whatever. But I didn't make multiple videos and all this crap. But these people are nuts. Okay, but anyways.
Okay, there. Now I can start walking.
Okay. The last time I was here, it was pretty warm, and there was nobody else here but my brother-in-law and I. It's such a beautiful day, it probably...
Well, this is funny. Look at Chris back there is carrying all these. She's carrying like this bag and that one, and I'm actually carrying the camera in another bag. Yeah, and then this lady says, "What's wrong with this picture? She's carrying all of these."
I know.
It is recycled.
I know. You can give me this one.
It is. It's pretty sexist, Gray.
Oh, see, there you go, everybody. Did you see Gray? He made her.
That thing explains what the bridge is. They moved, they moved this bridge.
This one right here?
Yeah. They moved this bridge here just.
You watch.
I don't believe it was originally here. I think they moved this bridge here just to cross the corridor.
But see, it's pretty cool. When I upload this, you'll be able to, you can just look around at any point, and you'll really feel like you've been there before,
The new Highway 24.
Yeah, it's like on the Google Earth. They just got put in like 2018 or something. And this that's just sort of what it looks like on the map.
Yeah, they did. That's what I said.
Well, was this bridge? I don't know if
And by the way, everybody, if you'd like to, we're getting near the end of the month, so if you'd like to help support the channel, that'd be awesome. We're quite a ways behind on this month because of the trip, so that would be great. Thank you.
We replaced 25, it went right through the center of Delphi.
Yeah. It seems like that old CPS building was built in the wrong place.
It was an odd place when they built it there. I was
That path over there is the one that Richard Allen came in on over here. The one in the background back there.
And so Kathy Shank, who was the caseworker for a long time, I was out to that building. Yeah, the state just up and decided, we're going to build our own building. And they built it out here on the edge of town. It was a very odd thing. There was plenty of office space. The ways of government, and of course then they abandoned it and then they tore it down. So
I don't know why she doesn't put that on like a backpack. It's just kind of
Yeah, it didn't even look like it was there that long.
No, it wasn't. It's all within my career. It arose. It was built. It was abandoned. It was torn down. All in the last.
Finding it though would have been hard just for anybody trying to.
Not before this was built.
Oh really?
Because it was just you just drove right out here to the edge of town. It was there.
Oh, I see.
Now it's a lot harder to maneuver out here. Used to be you just drove out this. You just drove out that road right there, and you were here.
Yeah, well, the road that we turned up to go to the parking yard, we go straight. It kind of ends up going underneath it, right? Is that right?
Yeah, kind of.
Like, well, I mean, you keep driving and then you take a right.
Right, we could.
Where do you normally hang out, Lisa, now?
Intersects the corridor just a little bit down the road. There's homes and stuff, so that road still exists.
Yeah.
I don't know what an Odenwad is. But those people that were waiting for me, first of all, they sat in the parking lot and they filmed us come in, and then they walked the trails knowing that we were going to come to the trails, and they blocked the actual path. It was ridiculous.
In your winter, it's just dramatically different.
It's hugely different. Yeah, when I came out and you look across the bridge, you go, oh my gosh, when this is really exposed, you can see the whole thing.
Yeah. I actually have my theories. Let me see if they work. When there's a certain section on the last
Dina.
From the
Yeah, it's really been a struggle in here lately. Bizarre.
There's a slight bend that you can see both directions, all the way to the bridge and all the way to the parking, or the signs. So I don't know. I always think that's.
So all of these videos here, when I upload them, you'll just be able to.
Walk there.
Yeah, you can while it's moving, you can look around, right? Like you can look around. Or this will even be on YouTube, and then you can pause it. I think it might be clear in this program though, because YouTube maxes out at 4K, and this is actually 5.6. This program, maintains it all. So if you look over here, see how the bank goes up higher over there?
There's a big development down here at the end.
Yeah.
Seems like they're right up. Apparently, that's where, right at the edge of the trees there is where Richard Allen walked by the 3 girls. That's what they say, the one who witnessed.
So that was just right back there.
You can just get right there, right there.
So yeah, I mean, if I go back a little bit here, let me. They say that right here is where Richard Allen ran into those girls.
It's just so weird. Like right now we're 2,000 miles away from home.
Yeah.
I mean, it sort of feels strange. In a way.
This is really good Indiana terrain here because Indiana was not prairie like Illinois. It was forest. And so this is real Indiana pre-farming. This is the way Indiana looked.
Mm-hmm. Like everywhere?
Pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a big forest.
But
I think. That's my understanding. I'm not a historian.
I like Oregon was sort of like that at one
Yeah.
point.
Indiana or Illinois prairie, a lot of it was grass.
Yeah, it's 360.
Indiana was mostly forest.
That's I haven't uploaded it yet. I'm moving it around myself.
We can zip by these.
Yeah.
We're almost there. We go around that bend up there.
Well, that's where the bench is.
Well, thanks,
And
Lily.
I think after that's the parking area, then you have to walk another 6 minutes.
Okay, well, if you say.
Yeah, I do. I got it memorized.
Yeah, you know better than I. You know better than I do. You want to go on by?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
We in your way?
No, not very anyway. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Really good. What a beautiful day.
It is.
See how he's blocking? But
You gonna apologize to Galen?
Galen?
Yeah,
Why would I apologize to Galen?
because you're an asshole.
What did I do?
You've run her name through the mud for years.
I did?
Yeah.
I don't even know who Galen is.
Galen Rose, Grant Hughes knows who she is.
Well,
Yes, sir, he knows.
oh. Folks, my name's Rob Ives.
I know, I didn't say
first of all, this guy's the.
you are Robert. I know who you are, Robert.
Was I rude to somebody?
No,
Oh,
sir.
I thought you were Greg
No.
Hughes.
I'm Rob Ives.
No.
Yeah.
So,
I am.
I apologize.
if you
I don't
were
know who
mad
you're talking
at-
about.
mad at
Okay,
Greg,
yeah,
please
yeah.
don't be
Who are
mad
you
at
talking
me.
about?
Excuse me.
Talking about
Rose.
Galen Rose.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you've reported on floor fires for a long time.
No,
The
I'm not.
arson.
No, I'm not the one that. You got the wrong person.
No,
I hardly ever.
I've watched your lives, darling.
I hardly ever cover that.
Hey, you guys, how many times have I covered the floor of fires in here? Tell me how many times.
Yeah, right.
These people are idiots. I mean, they're
Yeah.
just.
Yeah, but I've only covered the floor fire once.
No, you've deleted a lot of your lives that you did on Galen.
Okay.
I've never done a live on Galen Rose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about
That's not true.
floor of fires. I covered one time as a full show, and that's it. I mean, it was like 2 or 3 years ago, and then maybe brought them up on another show. What a bunch of
true,
idiots!
I
I mean,
barely
why don't you talk
covered
to
that.
other people? You know. Hey, thanks,
I
Lisa.
was just asking you about it.
You know the danger.
Jesus, I didn't even know who the hell she was talking
I
about.
thought, well, gosh, it must be somebody I prosecuted. I do know Galen Rose, so I was not true. It's not true. I do know.
Yeah, he didn't want to. He knows. He realized he knew her after
I
that.
think so.
Yeah, I made a video once where I was like, maybe like years ago, though, about maybe the possibility that, because that's who she's never answered questions apparently or something.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I didn't. Yeah, it wasn't like this long video though. It's like it was one.
I mean, Carter said all the time that he never. You know, Carter said all the time that he never.
One time, and he.
They've never answered questions. What was funny? I didn't get what was funny.
He wanted to talk to me when I was prosecuting attorney.
These people are
And I
crazy
said, I'd be happy
out
to talk
there
to you
in
if I
the
have
in the
no
world.
court
You can't
race.
just do what you want to
So
do.
you can
You
either
know?
wait for 5 or 10 minutes, or you can make an appointment. I'll be happy to talk to you. He got really irate. I said, look, I really have to go to court. I'm going to have a problem with the judge. If I'm not there, I have to go.
I don't know what you're talking about, Cindy. Jesus.
10 years later, he was still mad at me. He said I was rude to him.
Oh, dude.
Now, if I could play the replay, maybe my tone of voice wasn't perfect. But I know I wasn't rude to him in any real sense, because I was happy. I was tired. Great thing about being in a small town is, if somebody called and said, I want to talk to the prosecutor, just said, make an appointment. Come on in. There's not.
Well, you have to turn up your audio, the boys. Sorry, you can't hear it.
Public. But
That's where the parking area was, right? Yeah. Right there. That's Mears right there.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways.
So the people, my experience was that you can be totally innocent, but
I could go. Let me go back a little bit. Is it right there? No, a little bit further.
Person that is guilty, and that's not. Watch your lives, darling.
I hardly ever covered that.
Yeah, you know a good friend of mine, Bonnie. She did all your drone footage.
Yeah, Bonnie Rame. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Bonnie Rame. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right here. I think this is the bench right here.
Yeah, but I've never
that the
covered-
three
I've only
girls
covered
were
the
by.
floor fire
Right
once.
there.
No, you've deleted
That
a lot
one.
of your lives that you did on Galen Rose. where
I've
you
never
told
done a
us
live on
I
Galen Rose.
Yeah, like I didn't even know who she was talking about.
But
I did one on the floor
I
of
know
fire. I
was
didn't
guilty
do
in
one
any
on her.
real
I
sense,
mean,
because
Jesus.
I was happy. I was tired. Great thing about being in a small town is, my experience was that you can be totally innocent, but
Yeah,
if you
Ives is
have
awesome.
feelings, it doesn't matter.
I've always known that. He's a
Those
normal
bridges
guy that's
held
really
for a
smart
long,
and, you know,
long time.
has a lot of information about stuff.
It's
And,
kind of shocking.
you know, he doesn't say anything that he can't say. Like, he doesn't
If I was
give me
rich, I'm
any
really sorry.
inside info or anything like that. You know, he's a
think
really
somebody
good
probably said
person.
that I was gonna
You know, that's why I get like really disgusted with
But
these
where's-
morons
I
on
would be
social
sitting
media
there
that think they know him.
around for what? You can sit
You
there.
And
know,
they act
what
like
if-
they're
what if
just,
celebrity-
you know, really sleuthy.
God, what a weird case to even bring up. I mean, literally, like.
You should have seen her at the end. I didn't record it though, but her face turned all red. They were waiting for us back at the parking lot, and she flipped me off like 20 times.
I'm really
Yeah.
not that surprised.
And I just waved her off. I just
And,
go,
you
get
know,
out,
as
yeah,
you
get
know,
out.
I'm a gutless worm,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah, he shares some of the stuff people write about him. And, yeah. You ever put your face out there with an opinion, boy, you get screwed.
the thing that really bothers me, I think I joked with you before this, the one video they took in my living room, and the picture is extremely color saturated, and they're aiming at this side of my face, which is where I had cancer surgery many years ago, and I've got some broken blood vessels, and it looks terrible. My face looks all red and blotchy.
I think I've seen that.
And somebody, yeah, you'd know it if you saw it. And people said, look, he's obviously an alcoholic. I'm
Oh,
going,
yeah.
I don't even drink.
This is like a spoof video where you're just wasted, but you're not really. Yeah.
So that was, you know, the thing about the internet,
He is like the kind
pre-internet
person.
world, you dealt with your friends, and maybe you showed up in the newspaper.
He's always been,
Now-
he'll answer the phone when I call, and we
In the
talk, and,
country.
you know, he said,
You know, you can easily make 10,000.
Took us out to
on that.
lunch
It's
after
not very
that.
many people, but they can all send you messages.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So it's just a bizarre world we live in. You know, the same world that allows you to podcast.
what are you talking
people
about,
get
Teresa?
mad.
Jesus.
Yeah.
God.
But like, this is where. But those people.
He's
right
the
there,
prosecutor at the
they-
time of the
they-
murders. He was the prosecutor for a year. He's the
they're
one
gonna
that
get
put out
mad
the
when they show up
signatures and on my podcast with Morph
Stuff like
and
that.
Jess Betancourt. He said the crime scene was really odd.
In my opinion.
So,
You probably had to deal with that a lot. Huh?
What's that?
Well, just people showing up somewhere.
Not too much. You know, I mean, here's what's the reality is that people don't pay a lot of attention. I get asked all the time, "Are you still the prosecutor?"
Isn't that just
No, I
cool?
haven't
Just
been
like
for
right
5
there.
years.
but even though it's right there, I can just turn and go, oh yeah.
People don't pay as much attention.
There's
as you
Chris
think.
still working her the bag.
I've not. I have.
I've got an apple in my
usually when
hand with
somebody
the stick that I'm holding.
sees me, they usually the normal experience is this: I'm somewhere and a guy says, "Mr. Ives," I go, "Yeah." You threw me in jail 3 years ago, and I go, or 10 years ago, or whatever. I go, "Yeah, I'm doing really well." He says. I said, well, "That's just great. That's my normal conversation with somebody I prosecuted in the past. It's almost never somebody mad.
Yeah. So there it is right there.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the spot, like right here, where I was thinking. I mean, I know it's different now a little bit, but right in this sort of bend.
Okay, watch
a lot
this. Watch
closer
this.
Than I was
Watch.
thinking from the park.
Well, that's.
All right, so see that little opening way down there, you guys? That's the start of the bridge. Now look at right there. You can see where the parking, after you come out of the parking area, you would come out, so you could see a long
I thought walking
portion
it's
of
a
the
little
bridge.
farther than I remember walking, but it's certainly.
So like right there, see, you can still see.
Walking.
I guess you could keep going like this
And
until
I
you.
thought it gives a good perspective on it. I said to me, what was shocking when I came out here before, you get to the end of this, you'll see they built this extension.
Oh, you
get to
could
the end
be
of
almost
it,
way
you're
over
looking at the
here.
fence and you're looking and going, I know.
See, from right there, you can see the start of the bridge, and you can see right back there, right where you come out of the parking area.
No, you could see the other end. when in the fall, I know in the winter you can just see the other end. You can't see the other end.
It was exactly how I imagined it. I've seen this 1,000 times. I wasn't even. The only thing that was different was a little bit higher on the banks.
Yeah.
Banks seem a little closer,
It's,
but that's about it.
I mean, especially in the
Oh, does
fall
it?
months,
Cool.
Do the trees actually come
Cali
back? Was somebody
Gal
always going over
3.
there and cutting things off for years?
I don't know. Probably when we get up here, I'll go back and talk to these people and cheer them up a little bit. But I wouldn't argue with them, Gray. It's up to you.
No, I'm not going to argue with them.
Yeah.
I barely even discussed that case.
Yeah,
I think somebody told them, hey, this guy who's always saying, you know.
But she's calling you a liar, and her friends aren't going to believe you.
I have like these people that when they know where I'm going, they get a hold of somebody. Because I went to Idaho and I was filming this surveillance camera, and this guy jumps out really quick. Turns out he's the guy that gave the surveillance footage to the public, so somebody knew his name.
Oh.
I guarantee if they say, he's right there, get it.
Something weird here. This is intended to be like some kind of electronic sign.
Okay, so here, see, what's amazing is right there is a. Oh yeah, it was my other camera. Okay, good. I was nervous right there. So right there, if you walk in the woods there's this huge trail that goes all the way around to the crime scene, basically. And I have it on my other camera, so we'll have to show that one later. I have two 360-degree camera. I bought one before the trip that was the X3. This is X2, which, man, that's pretty good anyways. A little lighter, though. This one's better for the drone. Thanks, Southern Mom. Joining a bit late. Glad to be catching this live.
Or something, and you've got this photo cell, but there's nothing going here. I don't think last time we were here, I don't think.
So here's the new thing that they built there, you guys.
They're not. Something's not working, or it's not up yet.
Oh, this is pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
So right here, what used to be the edge of the bridge, and then platform 1 was
So it was right
just
here.
a little out here.
Yeah, because at this point the bridge goes. The creek is right on this side. The Deer Creek Valley, which is the 900 feet long, is mostly no water.
Right.
The creek is here. It's not centered in the valley. Down near town, it's pretty much centered in the valley, or closer to centered in the valley.
See how cool Ives is? Just sitting here, just talking like,
yeah, you'd know.
Hey, Beth. Hey, Beth, I'm going to show you here in a minute how you can't get out there.
I probably have a new satellite.
Okay, you'll see it. It's a little different than when you were there, I can tell you. She thinks I'm lame because I didn't hop the fence and go run through the woods with a machete. Yeah.
You can just see that. That's just kind of eerie looking, isn't it?
Yeah. It just disappears.
Yeah, I look kind of chubby in the documentary, though. I mean, I am a little chubby, to be honest with you, but the way they have you sitting, it just doesn't look good. 43 months from Zozo. Thank you.
So there's a platform, so I'm sure you can get your bearings from that.
All right.
It's probably 3.
So what's interesting is over here is platform number, let's see. Yeah, that's 3 is right there. Even though it's it looks further away, that's because of the fisheye lens. But that's not really that far away. This number 3, where my mouse is right there. And you can kind of zoom in and see it. See it right there. That's 3. And so you know where they put this platform is basically right where Libby took the full length shot of the bridge. Almost exactly the same spot. And then, you know, the shot, well, I don't know. It's kind of difficult here to, I think if you go back, let me go back here or something. Let me see. Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's kind of hard to tell, actually. I'll have to look at that again, because I know it goes 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is on the left-hand side. And then 5 is way up there, and then 6 is even further. But, let's see.
3. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'd be number 3. Okay.
I don't know. I don't feel like that was 3. Now that I think about it. Although it seemed obvious when I was there, the look looks different. So he just went back to talk to him.
Hmm? No, this lady, all of her children got burned in a fire, and they said it was arson, and she won't talk to police. So I remember bringing it up one time.
Yeah, I mean, I barely even talked about it. I almost don't even remember anything about that case at this point. Alright, so there's that one. Let me see. So maybe this one? That's just a short one there. It's number 23. Yeah, it almost feels like 3 should have been right here, and then 4 over there, and then 5. Yeah, I think that might even be 5 over there, because 3 you should be able to see pretty well. You're not too far away from the start, actually. I mean, you can see that little tree that people said there was somebody behind. Although when I was there, it seemed obvious, because everything looks, it's closer. See, now that looks closer for some reason. Doesn't look quite as bad, but I don't think 3 was back into the woods. It was in the middle of the river, creek. So I think this is really where 4 might have been, or 3, let's see, 1, 2, 3 might have been right over here. 4 might be off to the side there. And I'll just have to revisit it and try to figure it out. This is way over there. Although it is fisheye, but there's a tree. That tree right there is where people said that, oh, there's somebody hiding. That's on a sheer cliff. Yeah, oh, what do you mean that vine? How the hell can I find that vine? There's a million vines on there, Beth. That sound like anybody? Now check this thing out, you guys. I put the 360-degree camera on top of my Mavic 2 Pro. Watch this. This is sweet. And these are all definitely super chat worthy, guys. If you guys would like to help out and help catch up from some of the crappy nights we've had during this trip, that would be awesome. Thank you. And the end of the month is coming right up here, so hold on, let me get this thing. Where to get it started? There we go. About to take on. Okay, now look at this. Look how sweet this is. I mean, you don't think that's awesome or what? It'd be cool if you could do it from hanging from the bottom, but you're not going to get a better view than that on here. Well, I didn't see any fish, but I mean, I'm sure you could see fish if you wanted to. Thanks, Just Uni. Thanks for listening to my sales pitch. Can you see the fish? I like Richard Allen said he saw. Well, you can't really see the fish from platform 1. He would have gone on to 2. Well, actually, we could hit pause and look up right there. Well, you can't tell now, but platform 2. Let me go. Let's look at. Let me open up Google Earth really quick. Let's try to get it figured out really fast. Thank you, American Lady. And by the way, Chris is standing next to it. Say hello to the freaks.
Hi, freaks.
There you go. There you go.
It's nice to be home.
Yeah, that was a long one. They showed the part where that lady said, wow, what's wrong with this picture when you were carrying all the bags?
Uh-huh.
And then I grabbed one of them. Oh, man. Yeah, so 1 is right basically just as you're getting to the water. But see how you can't really see straight down into the water, but you can see a little bit. So it'd be kind of like, looks like this pylon right there, you're right above. And 2 is here. And 3, you cross the creek. So let's take a look at that again. Cross the creek, and that's right here. Let me go back. I'm going to go back to the video before. Hold on a second. Just a second. What number is this? 20, 24, 23. This one. Let's go to back to this one. Yeah. So that is probably, I mean, number 3 is way into the woods over there, but wasn't really as far away from the platform as it looks in that one. So I think that is the right one there, because that ending goes to right there, and so it has to be that one. So if you look down right there, right, that means it sort of ends right here. So the next platform on the right is 3. And that would be this one right back here. So even though it looks like it's really far away, that is 3 there. That's what I felt like when I was there. Hey, thanks, Norm Scanlon. All right, let's do this part again. Isn't that cool as hell, though, you guys? I mean, I know this is in the way. I could do another version where there's one that I've got where you can hang it from the bottom. It's just hard to land it. So I'm backing up, and then I do go around the corner here in a second. I was a little bit nervous about it, though. Alright, so here I go. I'm going to go around the corner here. Like my other drone did. I don't go all the way to the end of the barge because I don't have any way of retrieving this drone, which is about like $2,000 after you go around the corner. But you can see it. And I say not barge, the land, the land that they crossed on. It's really shallow this time of year. There's somebody that was camping right over here. Must have been an Odinist. Yeah, there's no non-evil people, right? It's just kind of nervous flying through here because there's so many overhanging branches. I even kind of fly by one pretty close too. Pretty sweet though, right? That one you can, I put a piece of Velcro where you can attach a light. So I did make it pretty far up there. So this is the shallow area right there. And I think right there is the little point that you normally, let me see on Google Earth again, just a second. Yeah, right around here. So what we're seeing right now, the drone's probably, well, hell, it's probably about right around in this area, maybe right here. And it's looking back up, and then right in here is like right in there. So this is where the girls crossed, and I think that they were kind of came down like this and then into this area, and the crime scene is right around in this area right over here, back into the woods. Thanks, Terry Wilshins. Yeah. I mean, I would be totally into going something like if it was 1,000 miles or less more often. You know, 2,200 miles, that's a little... We had to do 700. 700 would be perfect because I get there in a day. You know, but 700, 3 days in a row is just mind-numbingly... It makes you so tired, you know. Even though it's not physically exhausting, it's just mentally just... Hello? No, I'm not muted, JJ. You got to turn up your volume. You ever thought of doing that? Yeah. So, yeah. So this is right? Because you can't see the bridge. So if we looked at this, you can't see the bridge. So that would be probably, yeah, exactly where I have it. I flew to about right there. So even on this map right here, I think a better way to do this would be to try to find a different time of year, like September. That's pretty good, but maybe July. There you go. That's a good way to do it. So I think if I turn around, we're right in just like that, basically. It's just not quite as, you know, it doesn't look the same, but it's right in this area where the girls cross. Let me see if there's anything else that might be a little bit better. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So you can see how dramatically things change. But right here is a much shallow area. It's not as steep as a bank. See, when people cross over here, there's this really steep bank, and everybody goes, "Oh man, look how hard that would be." But if you just go downstream, you can get right up here. It's not steep. It's just sort of a gradual incline. We've already shown what it looks like in February. Multiple times. You saw it on the picture. I'm not there in February, so yeah. So leaving the area. Oh, you must be on rewind, Pink. In February, the trees there's no leaves on any of the trees. What do you mean, what did it look like in February? We've shown it 1,000 times. Especially you. I mean, you've seen like every video that I've made on the case. But you know, it's surprisingly you can see pretty well through the trees, way better than I thought you could this time of year. I thought it was just totally dense, but you can actually see a pretty good distance. I can show you in a minute what it looks like. I've got video. But look, see, Beth is telling me I should have walked through, jumped over, and look how overgrown this crap is. It's not far away at all. This makes it seem close. You just get up, you get down there and you fly just barely over there. I feel completely the opposite of what you just said there. It's just right around the corner. It's 0.22 miles to the crime scene. But yeah, it's just all overgrown now. Look at this, watch this one right here, watch. Is that crazy or what? Look at that. Yeah, just watch it again. It's really close. The crime scene is really close. Watch this. It's not far away at all. There's the bridge, right? And look at all it is just around the corner. You know, it's not far. See, I'm just gonna keep going. You know, like there's that tree, and there it is right there, and there it is right there, and then right there's the crime scene. See how close that is? I mean, that's just like ludicrously close. There's the bridge. There's the crime scene. So you can actually see the bridge right here, you guys. Then the crime scene is right. There's the shallow area, and the crime scene's right back in here. Right? Right back, right there. Yeah, it doesn't seem far at all, yeah. I know you keep saying that, but it's only 0.22 miles around there, and it's 866 feet across the bridge. Then you go down the hill, and then you're just walked over there. It's very close. They always would say, oh, it's like a half mile away, and it's not. It's not even a quarter of a mile. Yeah. See how cool that is, though? That's why I did the 360. So that's really, wish I'd gone a little bit further, but you get nervous with these. If you lose, so here's the deal, when you lose contact with your drone to your controller, it hovers and then it goes up. It'll actually go up in the air and fly back to where it took off from and land, right? Well, you know, it makes me nervous to think that, you know, if it takes off, goes straight up in the air, what would be up there, you know? So, anyways, it's right there, cross, and there's a crime scene. The cemetery then is right up there. I walked in the woods to probably like right in there. And then you can see the crime scene with my 360, which is on a different camera. We'll load that one up maybe tomorrow. Yeah, see, just look at it like that. That's the bridge, right? And I guess the creek goes around and the crime scene's just right down there. It's not far. See how that's just a cliff right there? People used to say there was somebody hiding behind that tree right there. There you go, that's platform 3. And look how totally filled that is. I mean, there wasn't even trees that went up there a long time ago. Okay, now this one here is an interesting one because This is where the abandoned CPS building is, right here. I sort of backed in, maybe kind of where it would be. You know, I don't know exactly where the building was because even the footing part isn't there. But this is where he parked. This is his walk to the Freedom Bridge.
They probably park more like right here.
She doesn't want it like being on camera, so she's always hiding.
Well, here we go. You guys can look around. This is what he would have been doing.
So this is the way he walked to the bridge right here.
Oh, look at all the grasshoppers out here.
Well, I just get creative with my drone technology. The drone is good. I put a 360-degree camera mount on the top, and you have to have a pretty high-quality drone to actually hold it.
Huh?
The Mavic Mini is a really good drone for people that want to start off. Really clear video, easy to fly, everything.
From the abandoned CPS building, you can see there's cars that have been on it.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button out there, everybody.
Lots and lots of grasshoppers.
I don't know, Cindy. Those days seem long gone now. All of a sudden, the last week has just been horrendous. You know, I've been trying to do live streams and everything as well, but just kind of.
If you're wondering why my wife's far back, she wanted me to walk ahead.
Oh yeah, now she's way back there. It's funny though. Watch it a minute. She's like, she didn't want to be on camera, so she faded back, and then she starts.
This is apparently how
she's laughing next to me.
Richard Allen himself got to the trail because he parked at the abandoned CPS building.
Yeah. What do you mean you didn't know I went?
Then he passed 3 girls. Right?
God, I've been there for. I was there for like 9, days and days and days.
Oh, this worked.
See, look at. Then he came around this corner, so he parked there. Look at this little path here. I don't know if it's better now than it was then. But. So look, remember how we've gone over this before, where we put this right here, and let me get to the. Well, a couple things here. So I think if you go back to 2012, Highway 25 isn't there, and then here's the old State Road 25. Then in 2014, the construction's almost done on both sides of this. Then 2017, it's almost all completed. I mean, look at the difference too. That look, 14 and 17. So this path right here is the one we're walking on, and then it turns, goes around, and then onto the Freedom Bridge right there. So this is what we're doing. And that's the one that Richard Allen would have taken, right? Yeah, I like to try to present things so people just feel like, oh, okay, I get it now. You know, and you could go there and you'd know where you were easily. So there's the Freedom Bridge. This is how Richard Allen got there, though. After he parked at the abandoned CPS building.
And back then,
we got a couple good meals, I guess. I don't know. There's one hotel that had a place across the street that had good steak, and I think it's in. Oh yeah, Ogden, Utah. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, I don't know if the bots. There we go. They've been turned off this whole time. But as you guys know, on this channel, every single month we raise money during the month to support my channel, to allow me to keep doing this. And then at the end of the month, if you show back up in 6 days, you'll see that we donate a ton of the money to various true crime related charities. And so far this year we are at where are we at? This year $41,350. Lifetime $168,100 to true crime related charities and our DNA fund that we have. with 13 current cases. We might actually have to do an exhumation soon. But the only way to keep have that continue is if people are supporting the channel on a nightly basis. Now, I was a little, during this trip, it was sort of disappointing because I'm all the way out there, I'm working really hard, still doing live streams, and it just wasn't really happening the same way it does when I'm here. And so what sucks about that is it makes me hesitant to ever do something like that again, to take off, because of the financial cost to the channel, the charities, and my time. Okay, it was a little frustrating, I gotta be honest with you. I know there were some that were helping all the time and everything like that, but wow, I mean, that makes it a double whammy. Not only the cost of the trip, but the opportunity cost to actually do it, And I'm just telling you how it is, you guys. I mean, you can go, I don't know, Gray, I don't care. Or you could go, man, that does kind of suck, And anyways.
Those trees are right there. That's where apparently he passed the 3 girls. So he's heading in. I'll just go right to the edge right there.
You hate that right heart there. Too? What does that mean? I don't get it. Well, send in a super chat, Cindy. You might be able to see it. Jesus. Yeah.
It's right here. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do the walk again. It'll activate the stream.
And back then, I don't think any of this stuff was here.
But let me ask you guys, what would you do in the same situation? So you take a trip and it's just a huge hit. Would you keep doing the trips? I mean, it's just a legitimate question. I thought it would be like, where it would sort of help out a little bit on the trip, to actually take a trip to Indiana. Since I was in a documentary over there, so I figured I'd take all my stuff with me. And so I'm trying to figure out, can you, try to think of why it was like that for the trip. Like before I went to the trip, everything was great. But the trip made it worse for the channel. Doesn't sound that great. Yeah, I wasn't talking to a specific people, just overall. So here's that part on the Freedom Bridge. So this is where Richard Allen was walking, right? It didn't bring any subscribers. I've lost subscribers. The whole thing was completely,
right.
It was cool to be there, so it was worth it for me personally, but not for the channel suffered.
So he's heading in.
Yeah, so anyways, we got the...
I'm just going right to there.
So right here where the trees start, apparently that's where the 3 girls were that Richard Allen passed. It didn't gain subs. I didn't gain hardly. I mean, if I gained a sub, it was like 8. It's not worth it, I think it was because, I don't know if there was because a CrimeCon was going on at the same time, or what. I don't know. I just, and I didn't have my same setup to do live streaming, so it was just kind of a weird situation for me. Yeah, I think a lot of those, maybe I was streaming, had too many things going on, like those other live streams took me out of the algorithm or something.
And he went to the bridge. The girls walked this way.
Yeah, playing like Melvie de Crutz or whatever. No, one time we even had like 500 or 600 people watching, and it was just better than a doornail. Don't know why. Anyways, I think this is a pretty good video, right? I mean,
yeah, then look at these signs. Don't walk trail
And getting a
home,
few
walk the
extra
trail at
subs,
night.
driving
Know where we
40,
are,
200 miles
so,
doesn't
you
really...
know, people didn't
you
do
know.
that because of the psychos that showed up earlier, just knowing that I might be here.
What do you mean, how
And
to
they
get
waited all
this
day
way?
for me to get here.
I'm just holding it.
So then the three girls...
The
they
three
walked
girls
across
continue to cross
this
this bridge and then the old 25.
And then they walked across the Highway 25 bridges on the other side of that. Alright.
Yeah, yeah. It should be, Cindy, but like tonight, the numbers just on this show are half of even being able to have a normal night
Crazy
on something
out here,
that's
huh?
better than you see anywhere else out there. You know, it's pretty frustrating. Got to be honest. So I guess this isn't how he left the place, but I'm walking back. Not really. Maria, not really. But maybe if I upload these and have ad revenue, maybe that would work. But apparently these 360 videos don't get the same ad revenue, so I don't really know what to make of that. But look how cool that is, though. I mean, Jesus, you just feel like you're right there coming out. Here's 300. This is that little side
From here you can kind of see where he might have been parked.
path
People
right
drive
there.
by, they
Thanks,
might have
Michelle
a vague
H.
memory of what a vehicle might have looked like there. They're not going to know the exact color.
When you say
the
place
exact-
is huge, what
They
are
might
you
know the
talking
general
about?
color, but not the...
It's not. It's a really
Mile.
kind of small. You know, you just walk down a trail. It's like not even a mile long to get to the start of the bridge, and the crime scene's not even a quarter of a mile from the start of the bridge around the corner.
Feels good to actually walk a little bit, though. When you're sitting in a car for 3 days straight, driving 700 plus miles a day.
There she is. That's kind of an interesting way to look at it. It's weird how it subtracts out the stick for some technology they have in there. I think that's the right one. Or is it that one? Welcome, Mike Spam. Mike Spam. Is that a good thing? Yeah, so ad revenue, channel memberships, super chats, those are all part of the revenue that I take 28% out for taxes, and then the charities get more than 50% of what's left over from YouTube revenue. All right? Okay. So that was it. So what's the next one here? So these are all, put almost all of these out in a, I'll try to figure something out, but is this the, what was I doing here? Oh, that's the Marathon gas station. See? And you drive this direction, and that takes you over to Richard Allen's
So from here,
house. There's the Marathon gas station. I didn't even know I did that one. 7. Oh yeah, now this is the ballpark right here.
yeah, this is the ballpark.
See, there's a parking area there. The amphitheater is where the bricks are.
Now look
Yeah, I
at
went by
this.
his house.
This freak-
I showed it the other day.
Ah, I see him. You can see the bricks. You see the lines that start right underneath the...
No, you can't do them in shorts. I actually showed the time that it takes to get from Marathon to his
Maybe I'll
house.
fly my drone with the 360 on it.
And then I did the Marathon, his house to the crime scene the way he would have driven coming in from the east. To the abandoned CPS building, that is.
Alright.
So anyways, these are where the bricks are that people bought.
Bricks, you can use this.
Do you know where you are on there?
You can look around.
Lillian? No, I guess we can't. I'm not going to... Yours doesn't have your name, so it's kind of hard to... But, you know, you can zoom in and you can see these. I thought way more people bought bricks. I mean, that's kind of lame, you guys. Get out there and get a brick, for God's sakes. Yeah, it turns out we're right there. I got a way better version here in a minute. Hold on. So this one, right there. Here we are. See? There you go. Gray and Chris, the Freak Family, Justice for Abby and Libby. See that? See that, guys? You guys are represented there. Gray and Chris, the Freak Family, Justice for Abby and Libby. Right? Then Garrett. Then I have one for my brother, Grant Hughes, a great guy. Today is the day. Right? I think I saw like Megan Kelly in there or something. So we've got bricks there, you guys. We've got bricks. Again, another super chat worthy moment, wouldn't you say? Yeah. All right. So we got that. Then I put the 360-degree camera on top of the drone again. I don't know if I fly it on that one. Right here is probably a good one. See, there's Becky right there. See that? We were out here, and she called me, and she goes, "Oh, I'm just driving by," and she showed up. Wouldn't you rather follow a YouTuber who's actually friends with these people? You know, the ones that actually make a difference, you know? So it's a pretty sweet ballpark right here. Yeah, I had lunch with Kelsey, and she's actually, she took us out to the crime scene. They actually had her daughter with her, you know, just on her chest, and walked us through the woods up that. It's really a wide open path, really. But then I wouldn't let her go down. There was a steeper hill, and then I went up. You go down a steep hill, and then up, and then sort of on a flat area. And that crime scene was another like 50 yards from where I was. I don't even know what video you're talking about, Christina. What a dumb person. God. What a dumb comment. Hey, Gray, watched your Delphi video. I have hundreds of Delphi videos. Can I please say I did not like it? Well, did anybody ask you, Christina? Did anybody really give a damn what you thought? Didn't think so. Anyways, look at the, there's the one ballpark right there. It's a really amazing place. I mean, just looking at it, you can tell this probably cost close to $1 million, easily $1 million. I mean, you've got like this building here, the dugouts, building there, huge parking lot, the amphitheater. Did I film what? Yeah, this is my camera. We just showed that a minute ago. Yeah, let me just get it. I'll just play this one. So there you go. Look, there's 1, 2, 3 fields here with the fences and everything. Oh man, what a dumb person. They did? The freaks bought the drone? Yeah. I remember that. It was just income from the channel that came in over the years. Not sure what you're referring to. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, I guess anytime I buy anything with the income that I make came from people watching. These are all exercise equipment right here. I think I'm gonna get rid of this Cory coconut. It's a lot of strange comments coming from that person. Let's see. There's the amphitheater. Apparently it costs like $700,000 more just to pave this huge area. It's crazy. We don't need to hide the person. I was just thinking about getting rid of it. I mean, it's just weird stuff. Weird stuff. Well, go look for it, Prosser Gang. Go fly over there and go look for that tree. You sound kind of morbid. So there's Becky talking to us down there. While my drone flies wildly around by itself. There you go, there you go. So that's a cool view of the entire facility there. Look at that. Probably zoom out. Look at now, you can see the whole facility in one little chunk. There you go. 3 ballparks, the parking lot, amphitheaters way over there where they have concerts, dugouts all over the place. And that is where all the ballpark fun money is gone. Not some crazy scheme out there, everybody. All right? Yeah, you gotta love technology these days, huh? I don't know, when they redid something. It's so amazing I can look everywhere, straight up and down, sideways. I think that's the right one there. There you go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Because now you can look up and everything is. Yeah, brilliant, but I guess it doesn't really pay off. If you don't take these trips and you're really sensationalistic about it, it doesn't pay off, you know. Isn't that sad? You gotta be kind of, oh, look at that, ooh, and do these little quick little live stream uploads and just. Well, obviously they've built it over the years, so you know, you probably had one field at one time, maybe another one. Well, these drones they do all the work. I mean, when it's windy, they can stay still. They actually sense the wind and stay still. Having a 360-degree camera on top of it makes it a little harder, you know. I mean, they look like this. See, I'm holding it up. That's the newer one, the X3. So this one even weighs more. You know, it definitely has some weight to it. Weighs more than the Mavic Mini drone. So, that's the one that right there that has the walking to the crime scene, hopefully. Yeah, see, there's Becky and Chris and me talking. Alright, guys. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. And what do we have here? Thank you to Lillian earlier on PayPal, Dobby Smith, Aaron, K. Me, Cindy J, Three Boys Mom, American Lady, Hardwire, Treva McCoy, Caligal 3, Jim Lawn, Dina, Jessica Schubach, Lisa L, Caligal 3, Jim Lawn, Southern Mom, let's see, Ashy Snow, Zozo 43 months, Dobby Smith 10 months, Jessica Schubach 45, Alley Cake 38, Romeo's Heart 45, Just Junie, American Lady, Norm Scanlon, Terry Welshins, Jim Lawn, Michelle, Allison Cosgrove. Didn't even make it halfway to the normal night goal on awesome video. Sad times. Let's see. Yeah, well anyways, thank you guys very much. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll definitely I'll be putting up some videos on 360 degrees. I'll boost up the audio so you can hear it better. You know, some in the courthouse and some of the other ones, alright? So thank you all for watching, and as I always say, everybody, until next time, be safe out there.
Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now, and during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a...
Hey, Gray, what about me?
Crime dissector, flag rejector, I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get
Well, what about you?
On a stretcher, if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gray is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temper fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. Alright, everybody? Talk to you later.